We have a great show for everybody this evening. Real quick, we have a bunch of people rustling around the studio because we have a return of a guest.
This is delicious.
That I think a lot of people liked. Amanda La Fatale is in the house. Again, just pull the microphone up and say hello.
Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing?
Oh, we're doing good.
Jonesy, help her pull it up. So it's hot. Oh, she got it.
There we go. I said, hi, everyone. Hi, my Kingsters from all over the world.
Episode 100, we had her in studio. And she's gorgeous. She's sexy. So anybody listening on the podcast should definitely go check out the video version on our website, brokenfilter.net. And we have that posted for everybody after this. Maybe next week, end of this week. We'll figure it out, but it'll be there. Yeah, no, not ugly. I'm sure that's not a problem for her.
Ay, qué malo.
So we might as well jump in. We did a full interview with her. If you want to check it out, episode 100, you can find it on brokenfilter.net, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, everywhere. And that gives you an insight, if you missed that one, as to who she is and what she does. But I will give you a quick background. As she said, Kingster. She does a lot of kink stuff, BDSM, dominatrix. I'll let you do a quick explanation, and then we'll get an update from you. What do you think?
Definitely. Let's do it. All right. First of all, let me say thank you. It's been great to be back here again, guys.
Oh, you are quite welcome.
Oh, yeah. You guys have a nice suntan.
I changed my mind. Get the fuck out of here.
You guys have a nice suntan.
I'm burnt. We were at a barbecue
too.
this weekend.
Oh, that's nice. And I wasn't invited? Kick your ass.
Wasn't ours.
All right, good. All right, it's fine. All right.
It was a kid. It was like a family party. Just gonna have this really good-looking chick in latex come by. She may whip some people.
Maybe tie them up a little. You know, I learned a few things.
Teach the kids some knots.
I learned a few tricks in Canada, Montreal.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, you're in Montreal?
Oh, yes.
Honey. I can't wait to hear about it.
Oh, you have? You've never been?
I've been there about 15 times. It's one of my favorite places on the planet.
Right? Isn't it so liberated, so free, so like
I have never been to a place that is so classy, but yet if you flip that coin over, it's just the rawest debauchery you could ever find.
Well, one of the things I'm here to talk about is that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. How Mistress Amanda was actually welcomed in Montreal, and I'm so grateful for that.
Wow. I recently went to Montreal as well, so I'm very intrigued because they were.
Oh, yeah.
Canadians get that rap. They're kind of like, hey, and nice and friendly. Not that they weren't, but holy shit, the sexual liberation and just the booze fest that Montreal is. They just don't give a shit.
It was heaven to Mistress Amanda.
I'm sure. Well, why don't we go? We're jumping ahead. Why don't we go back? Quick update. What you've been up to since the last appearance, and then we'll lead into your travels. I'm sure that's a very important part of it.
Oh yes, it is. Well, I've been, guys. I've just been liberating humanity from everything and more. And when it comes to sexuality and freedom of expression, and I'm excited to discover how humanity just feels like they have to be a certain way and they really shouldn't. So I'm spreading the word, like, just be yourself and be grateful, and doesn't matter what kind of community you come from, what community you come from, what religion, what doesn't matter. Just be yourself and embrace it, and that's it. And that's what I've been doing. Through my
spreading the good word.
Yeah.
Spreading the good word through spanking ass. I like it.
And tying them up too.
I like it. This is great. So you went and you got to travel to do all this. You wanted to see the world, and you mentioned Montreal. So there was other locations as well, right? You did a little.
Cuba. I did Cuba, and I went to DR a little bit also as well. But Cuba and Montreal were my main focus because I really wanted to see what humanity there. Because guys, come on, it's Cuba.
Now, were you kind of disappointed in Montreal to find a lot of people wearing leather jackets and khakis?
Not really. They were just like, like.
That wasn't the leather where she was hanging out, bro. That's not what they were wearing, made of leather, where she was hanging out.
Back in the early 2000s, that seemed to be a dominant. Everyone just had like a leather jacket. And they were all French. They all had toothpicks and stuff like.
But it was hot. When I went, it was hot,
it's
guys.
Hot,
hot in Montreal.
I even wanted to wear a bra. Come on now, like really, it was hot.
Really.
But let me tell you something. They were so liberal and they were so welcoming and they were awesome. Like, I was literally in latex walking down the boulevard and somebody came up to me, two women, and they were like, "Can we put lubricant on you?" And I'm like, yeah, sure. You know, I just bought a bottle here. Come on, you know, welcome.
Hold on, let me just grab this street sign real quick.
Yeah. They were awesome. Yeah.
Montreal was really cool when I went for a bachelor party, so maybe that's why I got to see the sexual expression side of things.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what, and no one seemed to New York has a lot of rules, as you know. You're from here as well.
Oh,
New York has so many rules about things, and Canada seemed to just be like rules.
And if there was
what do you mean rules?
If there was a default level of uptightedness, New York is consistently at about a 6.75.
I mean, they were
whereas
discussing
Montreal is like a healthy 3.
They were
It's
discussing
low.
Limiting soda size. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's we. They're like, oh,
yeah, it's true.
you know, like we were really getting to the point of controlling everything, and then you go to Montreal, and they're like, oh yeah, no strip club,
All right.
touch it, touch whatever you want, do whatever you want. Go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah.
So please tell us what happened when you were there.
So when I was there,
tell us some of the
okay,
good
we
stuff.
arrived and we had no idea. I mean, my team and I, we were like, okay, so we're gonna go to a certain place and we're gonna. We arrived, we were tired and whatever, and then I'm like, okay, so where are we gonna go? I said, you know what? I'm just gonna be in latex the whole 9 yards.
The whole time?
Heels, yeah. And let's go have dinner in a regular restaurant in Montreal.
Chuck E. Cheese, here we come.
Yeah, we had pizza. We had pizza and pasta in a restaurant at Boulevard.
I had pizza up there too. Isn't it funny? You come from New York and then you
good.
go try pizza in Montreal.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. I thought it was
so
ironic.
good, though. It was so good.
Yeah.
It's true. But you know, with the fork and knives and stuff. So we're
It's a fancy place. I got it.
And we're like having, you know, like the little wine and stuff. And then I was like, let's just walk around. Let's just walk around. Let's feel. I want to feel the people from here. Like I want to like just mingle.
Yeah.
I don't care. Honey, what is that for? Next thing you know, there's this guy that comes up to me. He said, where did you get your latex from? And I'm like, New York. I'm from New York. He's like, oh, okay. Do you know what a dungeon is? I'm like, hello. That's like my heaven. Are you kidding me?
A better response would be like, what? What's that?
Yeah.
He was like, are you interested in going one tonight?
Shut up.
I was.
This
we
off
were
the street?
Literally, yeah. And we were like with cameras, you know, my camera.
Oh, you had a crew with you.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards with the microphone, interviewing people and, you know, mingling with people from the. I looked at them and I'm like, do you guys want to go? They were like, hell yeah, Mistress Amanda. Let's go. So we went all the way upstairs into this building right across the street from where we were. And
Which was probably plated in fine marble, imported from like southern Italy. Because that place is just it's an incredible city. Go ahead.
it has a lot of history.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
The history of it. It's like a lot of people from the French Revolution, from everything. It's like, you know, if you really look into it, Montreal has a lot of history.
I like that.
And Cuba, too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, Cuba's been isolated and just till recently, so it's got a lot from us at least.
Yeah.
But Montreal I thought was cool because it was 50, 60-minute plane ride, and it was like you traveled to Europe.
Yeah.
It was like a whole nother feel. You definitely felt that I am in another country. The
Yeah, big time.
French Canadian cities are. I can't wait to explore more. I'd like to see Quebec City. I'd like to see. But as far as the party person, I still am while I'm young. Maybe I'll wait until I'm older, in my 30s, and maybe I'll do Montreal a couple more times.
Come on.
Gotta bring the
Montreal is
wife.
for everybody.
Gotta bring the wife.
From New Yorkers, we think that, we have to be a certain way to look good for people. No, we don't have to look good for anyone. We have to be here and do and make a difference in people's lives and impact them,
Right.
and just, you know, bring out the best out of them. It doesn't matter how you look for people and how. If you believe in it, you do it, honey.
You got really, really deep for a second, and I was about to say I got to bring my wife there because she really likes strip clubs. So that's
There
like
you go.
you're like you got to find humanity. That's what we would find. My wife and I would find lots of what
That's
you
it.
would call humanity there.
Yeah, it isn't, you know.
So now, did you impact anybody in this dungeon?
Well, so we walked in, so he had asked everybody if it was okay for my crew to actually record them.
Of course, yeah.
And everybody was like, okay, who is she? Where'd she come from? I explained. And they were like, okay, yeah, sure, welcome, you know. Which
So
shout out to
when
them.
can I watch the video? That's really what I.
Oh, it's being cooked, honey.
Okay,
It's
so-
being cooked.
Make sure you let us know because we will definitely shout out when it's available.
Yeah, definitely.
As
I
long
have
as we get a
teasers.
preview. We'll get a preview and then we'll
Yeah.
shout it out for free.
You guys have a preview. I actually launched it last week.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, with the electroplay, which I actually brought in my bag of goodies.
Oh,
right.
the bag of goodies was fun last
Then I'm
time.
going to
It
use
was.
on Gypsy.
Gypsy.
Gypsy gets to have a good time. Gypsy got his ass beat last time.
I don't want my name on the wheel.
Thanks for rigging that worse than the DNC, dog.
Yeah, but you know what? You got rigged on the wheel, but now you get to do something that she says is way better this time around.
Yeah.
So
I did hear about that. We'll see.
why don't we move on to Cuba? Because we could talk. We've talked all day about Montreal.
Yeah, that's it. Montreal was awesome. It was amazing. I learned a lot of things, and the people were amazing, and they were open-minded. I want to go back. Anyways, moving to Cuba. Cuba, I went because it's been a country that's been separated from us for 53 years. Okay? Literally.
Yeah.
53 years. We were not allowed. And society over there is more close-minded, supposedly, you know, all these speculations, because we had no idea. Remember, we're from New York, and we're like, okay, well, they're, you know, old school. And honey, I went over there. I felt like at home.
People fucking everywhere.
Oh, honey, no, but you know, I don't want to, you know. But it was just the
building rafts and
city.
fucking.
So people are just furiously boning in Cuba?
No, the people were furiously accepting people from out of there. Like,
Oh,
they were
okay.
hungry for knowledge. They were hungry for new stuff. They
I
were
get it.
they were hungry for whatever it is that you hear, and just let us know, because we've been so disconnected with the whole world, basically New York, and just show us what you're here, what you're about.
I'd really like to do a social experiment, though. I want to compare your video of you dressed in latex and heels going down to Cuba and seeing how accepting they are, and me dressed in latex and heels going down to Cuba and seeing how it works out.
Can
and we
I
can
put
put
you
them
on
side
that
by
lead?
side. Put them side by side and see how it goes.
Can I put you on the leash? I gotta ask your wife.
No, I don't know if she'd let you do that. But
She we could have 2 leashes.
if I tried to reenact your experience, I just have this gut feeling that you're going to get treated a little bit better than I would walking in there and trying to have a conversation.
You'd be surprised. That's the thing. Like, we're so already mentally programmed that how people are going to accept us and how we should be acting, so people can look at us like people that are doing stuff for humanity and stuff. No. You just be yourself and just bring it out, and that's it. Sexual revolution.
Sexual revolution.
Revolution.
That's right. Revolution. So it was cool.
Good, honey.
It was cool. Which was better? Montreal, or Cuba? Or good in their own ways?
Yeah, they both have their own special, just like New York does.
Yeah.
New York brought me and has taught me so much to be this way and to be liberated enough to be like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make a change and let's do it now. And that's what New York did for me. So traveling to these different places would just enhance it, the knowledge, learning, and how can I communicate with other human beings from all over the world. That's the bottom line of this world tour.
Have you come across any new fetishes that you weren't so sure about when you traveled to these places?
Electroplay?
Is that the new
Electroplay?
thing?
I see.
Yeah, that's the new toy?
Yes.
That was our next question. Any new toys that you may have brought, but it looks like
Yes.
you may have brought a new toy.
Yes, it's right in there.
You're like you are way more excited about that than you were about anything else you brought last time. It's genuine. I could see how genuine your excitement is for this, and it's kind of freaking me out.
Well, I gotta give a shout out to my fire playing one, Mark Charland. I learned that from him in Canada, in Montreal, in the dungeon. He
Nice.
actually taught me a lot. So shout out to him.
So you did, you got there, someone said, come to my dungeon, and then bam, you were
Yeah.
learning shit.
I was learning. I actually got tied, guys.
You got tired. You switched?
No, I didn't switch. I was just put it on me so I can feel it.
Oh.
I actually wanted to feel. It was a lady, and she was really nice, and she told me.
You can't say certain things to guys because our brains just go from
I know.
here to here. And I was like, wait, what? You switched?
Yeah.
What happened when you were sub? No, that's not what happened.
Yeah, no, it was learning experience. Okay.
Some people switch though, right? Some
Yeah.
doms can go sub. You mentioned that last time, I think.
Yeah.
You said it's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. Anything is possible. You cannot limit yourself to anything, because then that's really limiting yourself to what you're actually creating, new possibilities and new creations.
I like where your head is at.
Oh, yeah.
So you hear that, ladies out there? Be open to butt stuff and other things.
You said that. You're bad.
I had to spell it out, you know? Some people, I just have a feeling our listeners aren't that deep. And I'm not insulting you because you're great. I just
Yeah.
want to make sure they're aware.
They're awake.
Especially the female listeners. And guys, it's all right to let your lady peg you once in a while. Just once in a while. As long as there's plenty of lube. It's been a discussion so many times on this show because my wife's she was dying to do it. She's really begging, and I don't know.
Just do it. Just
Yeah, I don't know.
Be free.
It's an erogenous zone, man.
You know what it is? She's promised so many things for like, oh, I swear to God, we can do X, Y, Z, backflips, jumps off cliffs. I just don't believe because she's like, well, once you let me do it, I'll do all those things. I feel like it's just not gonna fly.
You gotta do it. You gotta take the first step,
Well,
and you gotta do it.
Well, the first step is to get a notarized document.
I can't with you.
Sealing these agreements. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't with you. You're too much. Think a notarized document. Really?
I'm gonna need
This
this.
is what we have notary republics for.
I'm gonna need this a blood oath. I'm gonna need you to prick your thumb, please, and place your thumbprint with blood on the document.
I can't wait.
Well, that's great. Why don't we? You know what? Why don't we take an early break and then we can just shoot through the rest of the show? What do you think?
Oh, that sounds good.
Let's do it.
All right, stay tuned, guys.